Broncos star gets $23.3 million. AAV contract prediction amid ongoing questions. The Denver Broncos are expected to get something done with star wide receiver Courtland Sutton. Sutton, playing on the final year of his contract, hasn't seemed too upset about the situation. However, for the 29-year-old, it's safe to say that he wants to get a deal done after arguably his best season yet a year ago. Sutton finished with 1,081 yards and 8 touchdowns. Those were the second highest figures of his career, doing it all for rookie. For a Broncos team looking to make the playoffs, keeping Sutton around for Knicks seems to be the right decision. Denver currently lacks weapons on the offensive side of the football, so having something to help Knicks should be a plan. However, the contract situation is one that can't be ignored any longer. When considering what he could go for, the Denver Post believes he could be looking at a $23.3 million AAV deal. Sutton's value is the easiest to project, with a fairly ready-made comparison in Godwin, who inked a free agent deal worth $23 million annually in 2024 after posting nearly identical numbers in 23 to Sutton last year. His value would likely sink lower in negotiating solely with Denver. Pittman's 2024 extension, when the 26-year-old signed for $23.3 million annually after a 109-catch season, is a solid reference point. $23.3 million for Sutton would be a fair contract to pay with all of the other deals that have been signed in the NFL in recent years. The wide receiver market is only getting more expensive, and while Sutton isn't exactly an elite receiver, he's still very good. That should get him paid, and the Broncos and Sutton seem to understand that. When the Denver Broncos drafted quarterback Bo Nix, it was pretty clear that they were getting an athlete. But no one really knew that he would be a good enough pitcher to help out the Colorado Rockies. Just kidding. Throwing a baseball in the major leagues is absolutely one of the hardest things to do. And I'm very obviously joking about Nix helping them out. But when you look at the Rockies and the season they are having, they are the worst team in baseball by a pretty wide margin, and continue to have seasons where they are a very bad baseball team what feels like every single year. Fans have been calling for new ownership for a long time now, and hopefully their 9-42 start to the season shows that may need to happen. For Nix, he actually threw a very good first pitch, a strike right down the middle, and he did so while wearing the Rockies' sweet new City Connect uniforms. But of course, we knew Nix could throw that good of a first pitch, right down the middle, with accuracy and velocity. I mean, he is an NFL quarterback. Not only that, but he's a very accurate NFL quarterback. We saw what he did in college his last season with the Oregon Ducks. He was one of the most accurate passers to ever play the game. And the Broncos will need that in 2025. They are projected to take an even bigger leap now than they did last year, which would mean winning a playoff game. And that's not easy. But if Nix is on, they could certainly do it.